Hello, this is Brian Carroll, Public Relations Director for the Tulsa Drillers Baseball Club. And today we're going to take a look at One Oak Field, our new home located in the historic Greenwood District of beautiful downtown Tulsa. We're going to take you around the ballpark and hopefully show you some places that will give you some good reasons for coming out and watching the Drillers in action this summer. Right now we're located on the Tiki Deck. It's one of two decks that we have here at One Oak Field that are available for private groups. This is your own private area when you come out to the game. This one is located on the third base side. It not only gives you a great view of the playing field, but as you can see behind me, a beautiful view of downtown Tulsa. And like I say, this is a private area. You purchase a ticket here as part of your group. You get a pregame meal, and then you stay in this area and watch the game as well. You can see we have round tables for enjoying your meal, as well as the bar tables and bar stools here that give you a great look down on the field. Now we're going to go inside. We're going to take you down the suite level and see some of the suites at One Oak Field, and then we're going to make a stop at Tycoon Stadium Club, one of my favorite spots in the whole ballpark. Now we're in one of 23 suites that are located at One Oak Field, and they're available basically on two levels. Companies can rent a suite for the entire season, or we have a couple that we also rent on a per game basis for small groups of approximately 20 folks. And all of the suites come with basically the same amenities. They're air conditioned. They provide seating for about 20. We have some groups that will go a little bit higher than that, and it's seating in two ways. Indoors, like we're looking at here, you see the four chairs located here, and then bar stools back behind. But then also, you can go out the door if you like to enjoy the game outside. There's seats for 12 people out there. And all of the suites come with the option of purchasing a meal that can be enjoyed before and during the game. There's also waitress service that comes and take your bar orders, take additional food orders, dessert orders, things like that. So it's the ultimate way to enjoy a game here at One Oak Field. While we're on the suite level, I want to also take you down to Tycoon Stadium Club. It's located here on the suite level, and it's right behind home plate, and it really gives you the ultimate view of the ball game here at One Oak Field. Okay, we've made it to Tycoon Stadium Club, located on the suite level directly behind home plate. And this is our sports bar type of area. It's available and open to club seat holders as well as all suite holders. And it's the place they can come. It's a full service bar. They can get any drink of their choice. And then also on each game basis, there is a meal that's offered here in Tycoons, and it's varied from game to game. So it's a great place to hang out, especially for club seat holders. If they want to get away from maybe just the standard concessions fare that's located down on the concourse area, they can come up here and get a little bit different menu option here. And just like so many places here, it gives you a great view of the game directly behind home plate. You can help the umpire with the balls and strike calls, as well as get another great view of downtown Tulsa. Okay, we've made it to the top of One Oak Field now. This is the press level, where the working press come and hang out and do their functions during the game. And you can see back behind me on the wall here, we kind of pay tribute to all of the Drillers teams over the history of this franchise. This franchise came into being in 1977, but professional baseball in the city of Tulsa goes back much further than that. The first official professional team in the city came into being in 1905. So professional baseball has been around in Tulsa longer than the state of Oklahoma. But like I said, the Drillers franchise came into being in 1977, and during that period we've been very fortunate with the quality of players that we've seen come through this city and wear the Drillers uniform. Players like Ivan Rodriguez, Sammy Sosa, pitcher Kevin Brown, Juan Gonzalez, Troy Tulowitzki, Jeff Francis. We could go on and mention some of the players that have worn the Drillers uniform, and they've provided some exciting times originally at Driller Stadium and now here at One Oak Field. Okay, for our next stop, we're going to go back downstairs, and we're going to go to the very bottom level of One Oak Field, down in the basement, and it's where the players hang out and kind of see some of their facilities and where they spend much of their time here at the ballpark. Okay, we've made it to the bottom level of One Oak Field, to the Drillers Clubhouse. This is the home away from home for our players. A lot of people don't realize when they think of the glamorous life of a professional baseball player, even at the minor league level, really how much work is involved for these guys on a day-to-day basis. We play a 140-game schedule starting the first week in April and then wrapping up the regular season on Labor Day in September. So there's very few off days for these guys, but even more so, their typical day. If we have a 7:05 p.m. game, most of these guys are getting to the ballpark around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a very long, hard day for these guys here at the ballpark. It is their job, and they're here enough that they actually eat 2 meals here at the ballpark. Their day is laid out for them as far as pregame activities and pregame workouts, whether it be batting practice or other activities on the field. So it is a very long day for these guys, and it occurs basically on an everyday basis throughout the season. So because of that, we want to try to make it as comfortable down here for them as can possibly be. They have their large screen TV, they've got couches, there's been some heated card games take place at the 2 tables here. So ideally, like I say, we want to kind of make it their home away from home and make it as comfortable for them as possible. Okay, we're still on the bottom level of One Oak Field, but now we've moved to the indoor batting tunnel. It's just down the hallway from the Drillers Clubhouse. And this is an element that has become more and more important at professional baseball stadiums over the last few years. It allows players to get in additional work besides just being out on the field. And early in the season, as you're dodging spring rain showers and things like that, it becomes even more important, but also into the heat of the summer as well. It is air conditioned in here, so it gives them a respite from the heat that's out on the field as well. And basically, on a game day from probably 3 o'clock on, this is constantly being utilized. If the Drillers players are out on the field for batting practice, then the visiting team is in here doing additional work. Then when the Drillers wrap up their on-field activities, typically they'll move in here and do some additional work as well. So it is utilized throughout the day. During a game, even the designated hitters will come in here and you stay loose and stay warm in between their at-bats. So it's a highly critical area for the players, and it just gives them another area where they can do some additional work to stay ready for the game. Our next stop on our tour of One Oak Field is here, the Drillers dugout, located on the first base side. And we've talked about some of the other areas as far as the great views of the ballpark and things like that, but nothing tops the view that you get from here in the dugout, right level with the playing field, actually down just a little bit. So it's, unfortunately, none of us can come here and enjoy the game from this angle, but this gives you an up-close and personal view of the action going on. And as you look around it, it is a major league dugout as far as the size of it in comparison to Driller Stadium. The dugouts that we had there, this is about 3 to 4 times larger than what we had there. So plenty of room for all the players and plenty of room to spread out. Okay, I'm now standing in our party platform area. And again, this is an area that is designed for small groups to enjoy the game together. There are actually 2 areas here, and each one is designed to hold approximately 20 people. And like some of our other areas, it comes with a pregame meal that you can enjoy. It comes with your own private bar area as well, and it's really in a unique setting. It's located right down the first base foul line out in shallow right field. So you're looking back towards home plate, and it gives you a unique view of the game. And it's really, the game of baseball is entirely different when you're looking on it from behind, actually in front of it, as opposed to like behind home plate. And you get the ability to do that here, and plus it's prime foul ball territory as well for your group. But it's just another one of those areas at One Oak Field where groups can enjoy the game together. Okay, we've now made it to one of the more popular spots at One Oak Field. This is the T.D. Williamson Kids Zone, and it's free activities for kids throughout the game. It opens when the gates open at the ballpark, and without question, this is one of the most popular areas and most high-traffic areas at the ballpark. Kids are constantly coming and going through here. There's no charge for using any of the activities that are involved here, and the best part about it is if you're a parent, you can sit in your box seats along the first or third base foul lines, and you can still keep an eye on your kids out here as they run off a little steam and run off some of the cotton candy that they enjoyed earlier in the game. Okay, we've made it to our final stop on our tour of One Oak Field. I'm standing in the oil field picnic pavilion, which is directly in left field of One Oak Field, located near the historic Greenwood District back behind me that we talked about earlier. And this is the perfect place for groups of all sizes to get together before the game. You reserve your spot out here in the oil field picnic pavilion, and PSC, our food and beverage company, can serve you up a meal with all kinds of options. You enjoy your meal here for about an hour, hour and a half, get together as a group. Then once you're finished here, you move to your seats within the seating bowl of One Oak Field, and you take in all the action that takes place on the field. For a full schedule and complete details on the Drillers, you can visit our official website, tulsadrillers.com, or you can follow us on Facebook or keep up with us on Twitter as well. We'd like to thank Studio 21 for coming out and spending the day with us today and touring around One Oak Field, and we'd like to invite you out to a game this summer.